Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are following the videos which is sent by me, and I hope you are understanding whatever I am trying to teach you. And if any concept is not clear, then freely you can ask me in the WhatsApp group or you can give me a call. I will definitely try to fix out your doubts and I'll definitely clear your concepts. Okay students? So in the previous chapter, that is in the previous class, the chapter life process, we have discussed about the heterotrophic mode of nutrition, isn't it? We have seen how the different plants, they obtain their food, in what manner they obtain their food. So basically heterotrophic is nothing but what? How the food is taken and how it is used up by the body. So we know that different organisms have different system, they have different digestive system in their body, they have different way of taking the food, that is based upon their functioning of the body, that is based upon their modification, how the particular plant is modified. So based upon that, the plants, they obtain their food, isn't it? So we have seen there are saprotrophs, there are parasitic plants, there are insectivorous plants, there is Cuscuta, the parasitic plant, who is also a heterotroph, and how do they obtain their food. So I hope you are clear about it. So before we move to the main topic of this chapter, that is how human beings obtain their food, let us understand how do some unicellular organisms, they obtain their food. Unicellular organisms means the single-celled organisms like amoeba, paramecium, because their body is made up of a single cell, isn't it? Only one cell throughout the life. And this single cell, they help these organisms to obtain their food in various ways. So before we understand how the human beings take their food and how do they digest it and how do they excrete it, let us study how do different organisms obtain their food. Okay students? And how it is digested by them. So let us take one example of elephant. Just a simple example. So elephant is a multicellular organism, isn't it? So it has a long trunk. It has a long trunk through which it can take the fruits, it can pluck the leaves. So it can take the food through its trunk and it will put it in its mouth, and it has chewing process through which it will chew the food and digest it, isn't it? Similarly, human beings, they have hands to take the food, and this food is taken through their mouth, and again they broke it into simpler substances and it is again digested by the human beings. So mouth is a point where the human beings or the animals, that is multicellular animals, they take the food and digest it. So this is the system which is in multicellular organisms, because they have a well-developed structure, they have a well-developed function in their body through which they can eat the food, through which they can take the food and digest it easily. So this is not the same case in the unicellular organisms. The case is different in the unicellular organisms based upon their modification. Parts are modified. Their parts are not the well-developed parts. So they have different kind of mechanism to obtain their food. So let us see how amoeba takes their food, or how do amoeba obtains their food. So I will show you it through the diagram and you just try to understand through the diagram. Okay students?